Once upon a time, there was a dragon. No, not like that. Oh, I'm sorry, child, I didn't mean to startle you. But we mustn't let preconceived notions shape our view of the world. Here, let me borrow that pencil. This dragon didn't have scary teeth or breathe fire. She looked more like this. What are you laughing at? Well, of course it looks silly. I'm a librarian, not an artist. Look, the important details are all here. This dragon was covered in soft feathers, fluffy fur, and flowers that sprouted up all over it. When she was in the air, it looked like a small field had taken flight. Ah, yes, or a worm. Here, take your crayon back if you think you can do better. These were the days when dragons were numerous, and each one of them had a duty to keep the world in balance. There was a dragon for the oceans, a dragon for the rivers, a dragon for grains, a dragon for the earth, and so on. Humans were a new, minor addition to the world. They were busy testing out savage social hierarchies, learning how to organize themselves. Our dragon was the dragon of flowers, and he nurtured all the floral beauty of the world. The dragon was a she a moment ago? Well, dragons can change. Yes, dragons can change. And this dragon liked change, growing new flowers, picking new names, anything to liven up his life. So, when the new humans made it to his shores, the home of his most lovingly grown flowers, he wanted to meet them. But the humans and dragons were both wary of each other. Only one human was bold enough to venture through the thick foliage to find our dragon's lair, the Lord. Yes, the Lord had a name, but the name doesn't matter anymore. I haven't told you the dragon's name either, have I? Because from the moment he met the Dragon of Flowers in that dazzling clearing, full of bright purple flowers, shielded from harsh sunlight by swaying branches that cast flickering shadows across his warm smile, they became the Lord and the Dragon, a deep bond written into mythology. They stayed in that clearing until they had talked of all that could be talked of. And then they thought of more things to talk of. He told the dragon all he knew of humans and their history, and when that still wasn't enough to satisfy, the Lord began telling him fictional stories. Now, the dragon had never heard stories. Dragons had no need for fiction. Their lives were wondrous enough. To him, the Lord seemed to be the most creative and unique creature he had ever met. The Lord was delighted, because the other humans had quite tired of his fascination with the written word. He invited the dragon back to the human settlement, but the dragon was wary of scaring the humans. Why not take a more human form? The Lord suggested, because he was brilliant. And the dragon agreed. He returned to the human village with the Lord, and, quite without meaning to, he stayed there for many years. The Lord taught the dragon to read, and the dragon taught him secrets of horticulture that allowed the village to produce enough food for 10 villagers, and medicines no other humans could. They grew extremely close. But while they were in a little world of their own in his home, the success of the village had consequences. The human population grew too quickly, and so they felt the need to expand, first into the rest of the flower dragon's peaceful fields, and then into the territory of other humans and dragons. The dragons, spending most of their time in the sky, didn't care, but war broke out between the humans, destroying lives and land. Other creatures, magical and non-magical, were slowly roped into the fighting. One by one they revealed themselves to the humans and joined their various causes. But what of the Lord and the dragon? Well, the Lord fought the most famous battles of the war, and the dragon hid the village behind dense foliage with his magic. But at the height of the war, the Lord begged the dragon to do more than just shield their village, to attack their enemies for him. The dragon refused. Not even his feelings for the Lord could make him fight. The dragons were made neutral for a reason. They had too much power to give to any one side, and their own problems to deal with. Even now, we don't know why so many dragons disappeared. The Lord was furious. He accused the dragon of not caring about the village, or him. Restraining himself only because of their long friendship, he ordered the astonished dragon to leave. Desperate, the dragon seized his hand. "Why don't you come with me? Get away from this war. Look what it's doing to you." But their daydream world was gone. History has lost track of the rest of the conversation and of what happened to the dragon for the rest of the war. All we know is that he re-emerged at the very end, at the age of coexistence, humans and magic living in harmony, all begun with a human war fought to a standstill. In the house that once echoed with laughter and hidden bashful glances, the dragon stood in an abandoned library. The books had been shaken from their shelves by the final battle of the war. Their owner... The dragon, without shedding a tear, began to pick up the books. He returned them to their shelves, organised and neat. The dragon's original lair withered as he stayed in the Lord's library, guarding books instead of plants. Seasons passed. Years. Decades. Centuries. The village sprouted up around him like a thriving plant, until the giant glass building swallowed history up, and him along with it. All the while, the dragon clung to the past, scared to forget, to let go, to change. That brought chaos and pain. He guarded the Lord's books, and then the library they became a major collection in. Within a few generations, people simply assumed he was the head librarian, and so the Dragon of Flowers became the Dragon of the Library. Yes, I suppose it's not really a happy ending. But don't be upset, dear child. You can always imagine a better ending. After all, it's just a story, remember? Something that might have happened once upon a time. Oh, hello there. Sorry about that. I was just finishing off the children's reading corner for the week. I'm Lavender Muse, head librarian. Welcome to Capital Central Library. How may I assist you today, dear patron?